there, internet, YouTube, video watching peoples. It is December 31st, 2015. It is New Year's Eve. I'm sitting in my living room with the loud dishwasher going, so I apologize if you hear that. And I'm watching 50 Shades of Grey. I've never seen it before, but I'm sorry to anyone who's a fan, but this is just a badly made movie. But, I'll watch it. Why not? So, I'm sitting here watching it, but I'm not really focusing on it because, like I said, it's just, in my opinion, it's badly made. And I've realized, it finally really hit me that it is the last day of 2015, and so much has happened this year. Like, 2014 and 2013 were very busy years, a lot of things happened, but this year, a lot of things happened that I would and most would consider major life events, like life-changing events have happened. And I feel like it's important to document what has happened, or else I'll forget. And this year has been overall an insanely good year. A lot of really good things have happened. But there also have been a few, extremely bad things, and I don't want to forget anything, so I thought I'd just make a video of it. So I actually wrote the things down that I remembered happening. So yeah, this year it started absolutely terrible. At the very beginning of the year, I lost my grandfather on my dad's side. He passed away. Actually, when I was visiting my parents and my family, and then I left because I had to go to work the next day. I left that night, and then the next morning I woke up to a phone call from my dad saying that, Papa passed away in his sleep. And just, I thank any God, that the God, Buddha, whatever you pray to, I thank all of them that it was in his sleep and it was painless, because he was on painkillers. I'm not going to get into what was wrong with him, but the very next day, my grandmother on my mother's side was in a car accident, and she passed away too. So I lost 2 grandparents in about 24 hours, and that was the hardest thing my family has ever gone through. It was I'm getting overwhelmed just thinking about it. But yeah, so my year started off practically, one of the worst ways I could imagine, and then it was bad for a while, because you never really get over that. And for the first few months of the year, there was still a lingering sadness. There's always some sort of lingering sadness, but January wasn't all bad. I started a new job. I didn't leave my old one. I just added another one onto it, and it's something that I've always loved to do, and I'm fairly good at it. I'm working for a theater, doing tech for them. A friend of mine got me on with their carpentry crew, but my carpentry and building skills, they're good, but nowhere near where they need to be for that caliber of theater. So I moved to the electricians department, which I am good at, and I'm happy with that. So I started doing that, and I've loved it so far. And also, and then also in January, I went to see Mushroom Head, and my boss sort of became friends with Stitch from Mushroom Head, so I got to be put on the list for them. So it was really fun going up to the window in the ticket booth and club and be like, I'm on the list. That was so fun. It really was. And that was a fun night with my friends. I really should do it again. And then February was actually February was very busy. I learned how to walk on stilts. I have learned how to do stilt walking, and I'm actually very good at it. I'm proud of myself. I learned it very easily. But then I got a little overexcited when I was performing with those stilts, and I tripped and fell and I fractured my wrist. And it was on Valentine's night, so that was fun. I got to spend Valentine's night in the ER. Lovely. But I also got to start acting again. I was performing. I was acting while doing the stilts when I fractured my wrist, so it was fun to act again. And then I learned stilts and I fractured my wrist. It was really, fun. And then I also started taking a self-defense class, which the way my instructor did it, he taught us the basic Wado karate. And then it was a class for to get my diploma. It was my PE credit, so I learned that, and then we also learned how to like defend and use weapons. So that was really fun. And actually I used some of those skills that I learned in another job that I have. So that was really fun to actually like use what I learned in the real world, And then March actually started off bad, like January. A supervisor of mine at the job where I was just talking about, he passed away from lymphoma cancer, and he was one of those people who had one of those people who has a really positive and lasting impact on your life. I don't know that I would classify us as, we were friends at work, but we never communicated outside of work, and I regret that to this day, because I talked to his daughter a lot. I consider her a friend, but he's just a great guy in and outside of work. He was wonderful, and it was really hard on all of us who worked together with him. It was really hard when he passed away, and I still talk to his daughter about it, and he lots of people leaving, but moving on, because that's what they would want, right? So March started off pretty bad, but then towards the middle and the end, it got happier again. I went to the casino for the first time, my first ever casino. That was a lot of fun. I actually won. I doubled my money. It was like I made $50, but I spent 20, and then I made $50, so like a profit of 30. So that was pretty fun. And then I also went to St. Louis for the first time ever. I didn't get to go to the City Museum, which kind of sucks, but I went. But the reason I went to St. Louis was to go to Trans World, which, no, it is not a convention for transsexuals. It's a haunted house convention and trade show, and it is so fun. If you're in the haunted house industry, or if you just like it, or you like horror and theatrics stuff, it is really fun. It's not just for haunt industry people. Anyone can go, and it's a whole lot of fun. You learn a lot, and if you're into like effects, makeup, or props, or anything like that, it's just fun to go and learn and stuff. So I went to that, and I also had my 24th birthday. That was nice. I'm almost a quarter of a century old in 2016. I will be 25, and I will be a quarter century old, which is depressing to think about, but moving on. April, I met Godsmack. I went to a show. My boyfriend was there. He was waiting in line all day, almost all day, but I had to work, so I came in late. But of course, because he was there all day, he was in the front row. He was in the front of the line, so I just hopped up in front with him. And this lady comes by. I think she was with one of the local radio stations, and just hands us and a few other people these passes, and we're like, what is this? And turns out it was a meet and greet for Godsmack, so heck yeah, that was fun. And always forget how short Sully is, but he is so nice. He's shorter than me. I had to like duck down to take a picture with him, but he was really sweet. And I also met, sounds so cheesy, I made a new friend that month. I think it was that month. It might have been March, but it sounds cheesy. I meet new people every day and I make friends quite often, but this person very quickly became someone who I consider a best friend now. I'm really close to her, and especially in the last few months, we've really bonded due to problems. We've both been going through the same kind of issues lately, so we've been kind of bonding over that, which sounds depressing, but we've been helping each other. So it's cool. I met and made a new best friend in April, so that was really nice. I love her. She's so sweet. And then May was actually a good month. I went to, of course, Texas Frightmare Weekend, which is a big horror movie convention, nerd fest, so that's always fun. I can't remember all the people that I met because there was quite a lot, but it's always fun to meet your horror icons. And then, excuse me, I started yet another job working for a pyrotechnics company. So I've been learning how to do fireworks shows and pyro, and it's really cool. I'm close to being licensed. You have to do, I think, 5 shows and then take a test, and I've only done 3 or 4. I don't know if the 4th one counts, but I have to get so many hours and then take a test. So I'm really close to getting my license, which is going to be awesome. And in May, I also finished school, which, normally people who are in college for 6 years have a doctorate, but not me. I have an associate's and 2 certificates. I might go back and get my 3rd certificate. I don't know. I mean, I might as well, but I don't know. It's still up in the air. And I went to a Nightwish concert, which was the first time I'd ever seen Nightwish, and I've been wanting to see them for like 10 years. I've never got to see them with Tara, and I've never got to see them with Annette, which is depressing. And I'm still on the fence about this new singer. She's wonderfully talented, but it just seems like a diva to me. But it was fun. I got to see Marco and Thomas, so that's all that really matters. And then in June, nothing really happened in June. June was kind of a law month, which is surprising. Usually there's a lot of stuff happening for me in June, but I can't quite remember anything that did. And July was the same way. The only thing I really did in July was, for the 4th, I worked my first big fireworks show. Basically what I do is I just set it up, and then our supervisor pretty much pushes a button and the show goes off. But that was really fun to be like, I made that big show happen. I made the pretty lights in the sky explode, and it was really cool. And I also, actually in July, I did experiment and fiddle around a lot more with effects makeup, but I've really been slacking off on that. So, and I did improve, because I know a few makeup artists who do special effects makeup, and they were actually pretty impressed. They were proud of me, so I felt proud of myself. And then August was, again, like I said, I wrote them down. So next page, August, I moved into this place with my boyfriend, my best friend, and another person who, it's a friend of my boyfriend's, but now he's my friend too. So it's been really fun. And it's still not completely how I want it. We still have, especially in our room back there, which you can't see, what is that? That's the bathroom. That's one bathroom. But, it's still a work in progress, but it's been really fun. We all get along. It's all great. We have family game nights. It's awesome. I'm really happy about that. This was a huge life-changing event, was moving into this new place, because before I had been living with my boyfriend at his parents' house, because I moved in with him. He was still with his parents because he was still in school. He was still going to college, And so we didn't want to move into a place of our own until we were both done with school. And I finished this year, so we're like, you know what? It's time. And then September, I paid off my car, which is phenomenal. I don't even know many adults who are paid off their car, so I'm really proud of myself for that. I have a car, it is completely mine, and it just makes me feel like a big kid. I'm an adult now, I have my own car. And I met Otep too. Otep is a musician / poet, artist, person. Just look her up. I'm not even gonna get into that, but it was another meet and greet thing, kind of like with Godsmack. But it was really cool because I love Otep, and I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I love Otep, and I got to meet her. She was really cool, and she liked my hair. Of course, that was when I was red, like bright red, which I think I have videos on here of that hair. Actually, I have that video of me going blonde, which I did in October. That was one thing that happened in October. I went blonde, which is funny for anyone who's known me for a long time, because I've always said I will do every hair color except blonde, but for some reason I just wanted to do it. And now I'm thinking of going even brighter blonde, like more white blonde, which is going to be really fun. And then, so that was the first big thing that happened in October. It doesn't seem, it's big for me. Going blonde is a big deal for me. I've been red for like ever. That was my color, but anywho. And then also in October, I got to go to Universal Orlando, which I've been to before in high school. So I didn't get to do a whole lot because, we were under, restrictions because it was a school event, technically. And then the reason I was going to Universal was to go to Halloween Horror Nights, which is, how Universal does Halloween haunted houses. And that was so fun, and I have to go every year now. Me and my boyfriend went, and it was the funnest thing we have ever done together. It was so much fun. But of course, and now that we know what to do and what not to do, what to plan for and what to just don't worry about. So next year we definitely want to do it again, and we're going to do it right, and it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. I love it. I loved it so much. So then, because all that wonderful stuff happened during the year, of course my year had to end on a negative note, just like it started. Almost right after we got back from Universal, my boyfriend and I split up. We were together 7 years. So November was it felt so much longer than it was because, I was single for that whole month, and then most of December, but not too depressing because actually a few days ago we decided to try and work it out again. You don't just throw away 7 years of loving somebody and planning to be with that person for the rest of your life. That can't just go away. So we're working things out. So the year isn't fully ending on a negative note like I was expecting it to be because, we actually decided to work it out. So yeah, we'll see. Like I said, this has been a whirlwind year. I've lost a lot of people. I almost lost him. And I've met new people, and I've done new things, and I've improved as a person and as an adult, and I've done more adult things. I feel like I've grown, and I have no idea how 2016 is going to work out. I don't know if because I'm one of those people who okay, I had such a great year, so next year is bound to be horrible, but I don't think I will. I'm actually fairly positive about this new year. I wasn't positive about 2015, like I said, because of the stuff that was happening with my grandfather, because he was really sick around that time. So I wasn't really positive about 2015, but it turned out to be amazing. So I don't think I want to get my hopes up too much for 2016 because, you know, I'm one of those people who doesn't like to get too excited about something until it actually happens. So I think I'm going to go into this new year just really chill and not be like, this year is going to be awesome. I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to be like, no, I'm just going to take life as it happens. I'm just along for the ride. Because so much has happened and I don't know, of course I don't know what's going to happen in the next year, and it could be great, it could be awful, but with everything that has happened, not just this year, but in the last like 5 years, I think I can handle it. So that's it. That's my 2015 in review. Hopefully I will look back on this around this time next year and I will say, wow, a lot more has changed and things were great. I don't know. We'll see. I hope everyone has a fantastic New Year's Eve, and I hope you all had a great year. And if you didn't have a good year, then I'm here. This is me giving you a virtual hug and saying it will be better. It's always best, or it's always gets better before it ends, so it's not the end. You know, I probably said that line wrong. I'm a bad encourager. I'm sorry. What's the line? It's always worse before, it always gets better in the end. So if you're at your worst, it's not the end. I don't know, something like that. I'm rambling. I had coffee this morning. I haven't had coffee in forever, so that's probably why. I'm gonna stop talking. I hope you all had a great year. I hope you have a great New Year's and stay safe. And I hope your year is wonderful. And let's start this new 2016 adventure together. I'm looking forward to it, spending it with you. I'm gonna try and like do this more just to document my life, because like I said, so much has changed and I feel like I should document life because I have bad memory. So